Hi, this is Matt from Modern Samurai Martial Arts. What we're going to look at today is how to tie your belt. Now, there's a good chance you're watching this because you've just received one of these. This is your very first belt. Okay, so you've been issued one of these. Question is now, how do we tie it up? So what we're going to look at then is basically how to do that. So, the very first thing we need to do is find the centre of the belt. So when you find the centre, you place that just on your belly button and then you wrap around. It crosses over at the back and then comes around again. So it looks like it's just one full wrap around. It's actually two. Now from that position there, the top part, the top tail if you like, that comes underneath them both. So here it comes underneath them both and then you pull that up. Then you tighten it up a little bit. Now you take the bottom tail and you hold that across like this. The top tail then goes over and then it comes up through the centre. Now from here you pull that tight and what you should have is a nice tidy central knot here. Both of your tails should be the same length and they should hang down centre like this. Now the wrap around, it should be like this. There shouldn't be any crossover, there shouldn't be bits sticking out. It should be tidy from start to finish. Alright, so that is how you tie your belt. Okay, but you start with one of these, you end up with one of these if you persevere. So there's your white belt, that's what you get. Now at this stage, at a white belt stage, you're just beginning the journey. Now this is important because to get from here to here takes dedication, concentration, commitment. You have to believe in yourself to get to that, and you have to be committed to the process. Yeah, you can't be a quitter. The thing is, there will be lots of times between this and this where you'll want to quit. So the next stage on this is this one. Alright, now we've got different colours, we're just jumping through some of the main ones. So your next major goal is your yellow belt. Now your yellow belt signifies that you're no longer just a beginner, now you're starting to learn some skills, okay, and you've got to concentrate to get this, you have to pass your gradings. Now to get these next coloured belts, you have to get 4 stripes on your belt. Now each one signifies that you've done something really well. So whether that's you did really good in class, you concentrated really well, you helped somebody else in the class, maybe you've done really well at school. Okay, but something that you've done that's really good and that has earned you your stripe. And then finally the 4th stripe, that's given to you or presented to you by your parents. Okay, so that person then will be able to decide whether or not you get your final stripe. Okay, again, you have to earn that. Nobody gives it to you, you have to earn that. And your parents then have the right to take that away as well. And you cannot grade without all 4 of your stripes. So that's your next belt. The next one then is a green belt. So we're just moving up through the colours. As I say, we're jumping some of the colours, just showing the main ones. Green belt, now this signifies you're no longer a beginner. So now you're considered what they class as an intermediate. Now at this stage, we expect more of you. You need to be training more than once a week and you need to be committed to that training. So this is where now you're no longer a beginner and you can't get away with beginner technique or beginner attitude. Alright, so you have to start concentrating now. Alright, then we go up again. And then we get to brown belt. Alright, now when we're looking between green and brown, this is where most people tend to quit. Why? Because it gets harder. Now there will be times, especially if you're a parent and you're looking at your children, there will be a time when you're looking at your children and they say, I just don't want to do it anymore. Right, but you have to encourage them to get past that, because we all feel like that some days. We all have days where we just don't want to do something. We've got to get over that and get past it. Right, there will be days where it's uncomfortable, there will be days when they are challenged. That is the point. If they weren't challenged, they wouldn't grow, they wouldn't gain the skills necessary. Okay, and there's a lot of skills that are given through this, a lot of life lessons, a lot of life skills. It teaches them far more than just how to punch somebody in the face. But for me to transfer that knowledge to them, for me to make them the best version of them they can be in this field, I need the help of the parents, and you have to agree to commit to this as well. So if little Johnny has a bad day and says, do you know what, I just don't want to go anymore, instead of allowing that and teaching your child to be a quitter, you're actually going to say, no, this is important, get your coat on, we're going. Okay? And eventually, if you do that, and if you stick with it, and if you all do it, and you train diligently, then you end up, hopefully, with one of these. Now this doesn't mean you're an expert either. This just means that you've worked really hard, you've learned a lot of good skills, and you're now what they class as a serious student. So you've actually got to a point now where you can start helping other people to learn and to grow. So this isn't the goal. Yeah? If you just want one of these, you can go to Sports Direct and buy one. Simple as that. Okay? It's the journey, it's the getting there. It's the working your way through the different colours. Okay? Working your way up. That's the journey, and that's really where the benefit is. Not in the belt itself, but in the knowledge and the growth and the person that you become throughout the process.